Everyone remembers the diamonds, the headlines, the 7 marriages. But here's the part that almost no one talks about. How did Elizabeth Taylor raise 4 children in the middle of chaos and not lose a single one to it? Think about that. In a world where fame destroys families, why didn't hers fall apart? This story isn't about glamour. It's about something far more rare: survival. Not on the red carpet, but at the dinner table, behind closed doors, where no cameras were allowed. Elizabeth Taylor was born in 1932 and thrown into fame before she even understood what normal life looked like. Imagine growing up where every mistake becomes a headline. No privacy, no pause. By her early 20s, she wasn't just famous, she was unstoppable. But while the world saw perfection, her personal life moved fast, sometimes too fast. In 1953, she became a mother for the first time. And suddenly, two worlds collided: Hollywood's chaos and a child's need for stability. Now ask yourself, how do you raise a child when your life is constantly moving? New cities, new marriages, new headlines. Most people would lose control. Many do. But Elizabeth made one quiet decision that changed everything. She kept her children out of the performance. No forced spotlight. No turning them into extensions of her fame. When the cameras turned off, she tried imperfectly, but intentionally, to create something real. Then life tested her in ways few could survive. In 1958, her husband Mike Todd died in a sudden plane crash. No goodbye, no closure, just loss. And a daughter, Liza, growing up without ever knowing her father. That kind of absence can break people, but it didn't break her family. Why? Because Elizabeth didn't let tragedy become their identity. And this pattern repeats. One child steps away from acting and chooses a quiet life. Another faces a painful divorce tied to illness and betrayal. One is adopted at just 3 years old and goes through more than 20 surgeries just to walk. Think about that, more than 20 chances to give up. And yet, she didn't. Because her mother didn't walk away. Here's the truth most people miss. Elizabeth Taylor wasn't a perfect mother. She made mistakes. Big ones. But when it mattered most, when things got messy, painful, complicated, she stayed. Not for the cameras, not for reputation, but because someone had to. And that's the lesson. Your life doesn't have to be perfect to hold a family together. Stability isn't about having no chaos. It's about being the one constant inside it. When Elizabeth Taylor passed away in 2011, she left behind an estate worth around $600 million. But that's not the real legacy. The real legacy is this: 4 children who didn't lose themselves, even when everything around them could have. So now the question turns to you. At the end of your life, what will matter more? What the world saw, or what your family felt when no one else was watching?